Hey everyone, I'm trying a new video format here. So almost every morning I get up before work and I have a little bit of coffee. Hello. And then I do what I call like digital thrift shopping, where I go on all these, uh, sites where people sell stuff, and I browse through and see if there's anything good. It's essentially like going to Goodwill without leaving the house. Now I still do once a week or sometimes more. I'll go out in my travels and I'll stop at local Goodwills and stuff. And there's other, thrift stores around, and I'll do that. So I do kind of collect on two fronts. Local, actual on the foot stuff is usually way more hit or miss, but it's a lot cheaper usually. Like a lot cheaper. But and then my last case scenario, or my worst case scenario would be eBay, which if you really want something, you can usually find on eBay for a pretty high price. So anyways, so the first thing I do is I set up a bookmark folder, and I call this buying. I don't know, but you can call it dog poop for all I care. But anyway, so I set up a folder with saved searches. So here's one for Craigslist, the oldie but goodie, for Sony, and I look at the Sony stuff and I go through and I see what's on here. Craigslist is pretty hit or miss. It's been around for a while. I have successfully bought a couple things from here without any issues. I've also ran into some pretty big scams and stuff. I didn't fall for them, but I've ran into them, and I was like, okay, get out of here. This guy right here, this is funny. He's trying to sell this sports Walkman, for $100. Okay? Look, he links this Amazon reseller picture for $3.99. I could put anything I want on Amazon for any price. It doesn't mean you're going to get it. So you go and you look on eBay, right? And Sony Sports Walkman, okay? And you look at the prices. Like, here's the same exact one that the guy's selling without the headphones for $14. Buy it now? Okay. And this guy wants, that much. Oh, but it's got the probably gross earphones. So let's find one with that. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is you got to be careful because people are really stupid. Now you can go to show only sold listings, hit apply, and then you can look. Okay, this guy sold his for $30. So this person, if you really want this headphone, you might be able to talk him down to $50 if you're lucky. But he's got it in his mind that he's gonna get $100 because he saw this. He's like, oh my god, it's not. I didn't even notice that. It's not even the same model. Look at that. It's a completely different model. Oh boy. See, that's what you run into a lot with people on Craigslist and Let Go and stuff. Is they're delusional. Essentially, they see something like, oh, $400, cool. I can get 100 maybe. Wow. He said sells on eBay for $3.99. This unit, brand new in the box, sold for $500. The next lowest item is $2.99, and this is like a newer one. So what is he talking about? Anyways, I get kind of like angry and annoyed for the stupidest reasons about stuff. So I go through and I look at stuff. I have these pre-done searches. You can find some pretty decent stuff if you're looking. Like this guy, he wants $120 for a PlayStation 2. So it's a PlayStation 2 with a PS2 Slim box, a bunch of PS1 games, and then it says a PS1 controller. That doesn't sound like a good deal at all. See, this is where you're like, okay, not worth it. You just gotta filter through all the stuff, So that's usually what I do in the morning. So I figured I'd just record myself looking at stuff. I've looked at all this stuff already a lot, But like the Nintendo, there's always a lot of Nintendo stuff. This person's trying to sell a in the box Nintendo, which is actually pretty nice. I don't know about it's worth $450. I don't really focus too much on Nintendo stuff unless I'm specifically wanting to buy something. Like when I went to buy my Wii, I looked up the prices and the comparables, and I found the Wii I wanted at a good price. you know, when I bought it. I just put in these searches just to see. Now, I don't just collect retro gaming stuff. I collect retro electronics in general. A lot of people are selling pre-installed, pre-done RetroPie consoles. 160 is a little high. I would say a fair price for one of these units is 120 is high, but I would pay 120 if I was like an idiot and I didn't know how to use a computer and I wanted someone to do it for me. I don't know if they're actually selling them or not, but you know, and it's kind of shady selling stuff with like ROMs and emulators on it. So Craigslist is usually pretty bad. There's usually nothing good. So I go to OfferUp, which, you know, is okay. They all have their pros and cons. Here's one thing I wanted to show. This is a bad example, but there's this thing called the white van speakers scam, which I think originated in the 80s or 90s. It's where essentially you'd walk out of like Best Buy or something, or a big retail store, and there would be guys in a white van, and they would be like, hey man, I work for so-and-so speaker company and we have all this extra stock that we need to get rid of. I can give you a really good price on these speakers. You know, it's like a box set of like a receiver and speakers and stuff, and it's some brand that sounds familiar but it's not quite real. It's like, you know, like instead of Klipsch, it's like Kirsch, and you're like, you know, the unknowing buyer or the unknowing person will be like, oh, I think that's a brand, yeah. And then so essentially they say, oh, you know, we have to get rid of these because we got new stock coming in. You know, we give you a really good price. And then they show you the box and it says right there on the sticker, retail or MSRP $4,000. And the guy's like, I can give you two for $300. And you're like, oh my God, I gotta buy it, right? I don't really need speakers, but I gotta buy it. And then so you buy it and you take it home and they work for like a week and then they break and they suck and they're terrible, and then you'll never see these guys again because they were in a van. You never buy stuff from people in a van unless it's like ice cream, essentially. But they've stepped it up to modern days where now it's like a surround sound system, and then I've seen like projectors with the same quality and stuff, and it's all the same, right? But it's like a company with a professional sounding name, and they even have websites and stuff. I'm trying to find one so I can show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I simply just typed in home theater and let go, and it is like the mother load of scams. Oh, it's so good. From a normal consumer's perspective, they're pretty much indistinguishable from like a Samsung or an LG or a Logitech system or something like that, right? There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, just right here, right? So I opened a few of them up. They have pretty professional sounding names. This one's really bad. Cavelli Bluetooth wireless home theater. You know, looks pro, right? Brand new, still in box, Cavelli, blah, 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 wireless home theater. Listed at $25.63, which is like a weird number. That's not proper marketing. Any marketing major will tell you that's not a good number to use. Asking $1,600. Wow, that's a pretty good deal. Not too bad. They'll even deliver. Wow. And then right there you can see real small. Let me try to zoom it. Right there. $25.63 is the MSRP. There's a picture of a PS3, a DS, a Wii, and a PSP. So you can hook your, I guess if it has a headphone jack, you can probably hook it up to it. Designed in Italy. Not made in Italy though, I'll tell you that. This is basically what you're looking for. Here's another one. Granger Vessel home theater system. All sorts of bad. There's nothing really you can say about it now, but the problem is it's just it looks legit and it's real, right? So this is what happens also. So there's this one. They want $350 for that. Here's a set. This is one that's got the projector, the screen, and the home theater. $3,000. You can't beat that, right? Wave home theater system. $250. Retails for $3,795. Still contains warranty? I don't think you're going to get that. Let's see, here's another one. Same kind of setup, right, as this one. But it's the different brand. It's a house. 1500. Wow, why don't I just get this one, right? Here's another one. Carrera Acoustics. This looks like a Bose. This is like a straight rip-off of Bose. $800. Haas Media Labs. 500. Google this surround sound before you call me. Dude, he's almost challenging people to like look it up. So I looked up this Cavelli one, right? I typed in Cavelli home theater. The first thing that pops up is the Cavelli Acoustics website. Click on it. Whoa, super professional, like top notch. They got phone numbers, emails, Twitter. I clicked on the Twitter and it just took me back up to the top. But it might be because I have a pop-up blocker. But yeah, you can go through and look at any of their stuff. The first thing they have, MSRP, right? Everything, man. Made up thing, deep sound. So I'm on Twitter here, and there's no results. There's no actual Twitter username named Cavelli Acoustics. The only thing on here is some poor kid. Hey, any troubleshooting advice for my surround sound? The speakers aren't working. You just got bamboozled, Jack Ryan, 1997. Some people learn the hard way. I guess, hopefully he didn't spend more than the suggested retail price. It's a dead end. This website is just a front. They probably, let's look at another one. Granger and Bessel. What in the world? Granger and Bessel. That's the first thing that pops up. But you also know, right underneath is like Granger and Bessel home speaker scam, Reddit. Granger and Bessel reviews, whyscam.com. All this stuff. Ripoff report. Like, so the person saying to Google it is kind of just saying, I don't really want to sell these if you're going to look at more than 2 things down. Website. Really pro. They use the same icons and stuff, same art. I'm assuming they're all owned by the same giant company. What is this one? Cameron Audio. All right. Cameron Audio. Let's look at their website. White van speaker scam right there. That's the first legit thing that pops up. Website. Super Pro, same exact layout as that other one. Let's see what I'm saying. Big old scam. So watch out for these. It's funny. It's more funny to me than anything because these, like, it's just, I feel bad for the people that get ripped off, but nowadays with the internet, there's no excuse to buy these if you have the internet. And like, if you're going to be spending a lot of money on electronics or an appliance or something, you absolutely need to do your research. There's no reason not to. With the amount of tools you have in front of you, in your phone or at your computer, don't ever buy something like this. Unless you have some kind of masochistic, like, need for pain or, regret. But varying prices. $250 for this one. Retails for $1 billion probably. This one, the whole setup, man, you can have literally have a movie theater in your house watching the newest, probably pirated movies for $1,500. Just set it up. So just watch out for these guys. They're pretty easy to spot. Here's another pet peeve I have about people that sell stuff on here. Take a second and like take a paper towel and just wipe it off, and maybe not put it on like a gross carpet that hasn't been vacuumed in 20 years. Just the little things, like add some zhuzh to your photos, like I don't like have a professional studio to take photos and stuff, but when I try to sell stuff, I'll maybe like put like a white piece of paper out behind it or something, or just have it somewhere where it's not like showing the disheveled hovel of filth that I live in. You know what I mean? Like this guy's trying to sell a backwards compatible PlayStation 3, which is pretty great, right? Comes with 15 games. What games are those, dude? Like, does it come with cords? Does it come with a controller? Nope, just a crappy, dusty picture. And it looks like the door is gone off the where the memory card or the SD cards go and stuff. Like, this guy wants $250 for it. Good luck, bro. All right, let's go to Letgo. Letgo has the worst website and app. Their app is so bad. You know, you scroll down on the app, sometimes for like 5 minutes, right? Going through hundreds of stuff. And then if you accidentally turn your phone and it auto rotates, it brings you all the way back up to the top. Oh my gosh. And then you gotta scroll through all over again. Terrible, terrible app. Crappy phone or crappy website, but I have found some decent stuff on here. So what Letgo does, and I don't know if OfferUp does the same thing, is when you take a picture of something to sell, it'll automatically name it. Somehow it recognizes what you're trying to sell, and it recognizes, or tries to recognize what you're going to sell, and it names it for you. And then once you post it, you can edit it. So obviously this says black Sony PS4 console with controller. No, it's not. It's like a cheap touchscreen double-din CD player or car stereo. But the guy didn't even take the time to go back and change the name of the title of the post. So, and then he posts for $80, and then he says, "I'll sell it to you for $75." What a freaking salesman that guy is. 9 times out of 10, it's wrong. Look at this. Black Sony PS3. No, it's not. It looks like the back of a TV. And this is the picture you use? Like, what is this picture of? You know? Like, it's like people put no effort whatsoever into selling stuff on here. And it's, you know, it's aggravating when you have to flip through hundreds of posts and you gotta see this stuff over and over and over again, and it wears you down. But it's okay. And this guy's selling a modded Wii for $45. That's not too bad. Anyways, you go through Letgo. Letgo is probably my least favorite to navigate. All of them have their problems and their benefits, I guess you could say. The benefits of all of them being that there's stuff on here that people are selling that you can possibly try to buy if it's good or if you want it. The one that I just started looking at is Shop Goodwill, which is like an eBay but with Goodwill stuff. Yeah, it's just like eBay. You just go through stuff. They got tons of stuff. How it works is like eBay, but it's like crappy eBay. So like it says right here, you have 3 hours and 9 minutes remaining. Well, it doesn't automatically update in real time, so you have to refresh the page, and when it gets down to like the last minute, it's, you know, that refreshing is killer. I've actually tried to bid on a few items on here, and I've lost every time. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the works of it. It's cool. I'll just watch an item just to see what it goes for, and you can get stuff on here really, really cheap. I'm not going to show you, but if you hit estimate, you have to sign in first and then add your address, but then you hit estimate shipping, and it'll tell you. So shipping for this would be like about $22. I just looked a little bit ago. You know, you got handling, which is it ranges anywhere from $1 to $4 for handling. So usually shipping's really, really high because they use FedEx Ground for everything. So you have to factor that into it too. Like I was looking at a Sega Saturn, like a Model 1 Sega Saturn, and you know, it was like just the Saturn itself, no controllers, no anything, no cords. Doesn't even know if it worked, right? As is. And it was like $50. Normally, if I saw that out in the wild, I would buy it and take a chance of fixing it. But the shipping was like $27. So that's $77 for an unknown working Sega Saturn. Yeah, Shop Goodwill's not a bad site. You can watch items. Where is it at? Right here. Hit watch item. You can probably call. I've never contacted people, but you can probably contact people and ask them about it if you need more information. You know, it seems like a pretty good site. Some things even have penny shipping. or buy it. There's even some buy it now stuff out there. I think it depends on which Goodwill is selling it. From what I've seen, about maybe like 15 different Goodwills that do this. If they all did this, it would be pretty awesome, because that would expand the spectrum of goods considerably. This is amazing, cool. Whoa. It doesn't look amazing or cool. You can buy it now for, see, like $9.99. Would you? No. No one's gonna buy that. And it's cool because you can find some pretty rare stuff, and people might not know about it. This is nowhere as big as eBay, so you might be able to slip a deal in there where you might get something at a good price. Now, stuff that's like obviously gonna sell for high is like newer stuff. Like, you know, I've seen PS4s on here and stuff. They go for like $250. You know, you're not gonna like get stuff like that. It's not like you see these stories on Reddit like, oh, I went to Goodwill and they were selling a PS4 for $30. No. So those are the 4 websites I go to look for stuff. I do this every morning. I'll usually have a cup of coffee and you know, contemplate my life and my day and what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna change the world, one drawing at a time and one video at a time, and I'll look for cool, just retro stuff or whatever. I mean, I found stuff like that I didn't even know I wanted. And there's probably more sites out there. I mean, eBay is eBay. Everyone knows eBay. That's worldwide. I mean, you find stuff on there, no problem usually. I use eBay as a reference more than a purchasing tool. What am I gonna win today? Wow, awesome. And their website is really slow. You know, every other website I go to is like blazing fast. eBay, boom, cool. I have internet, right? Sony or Shop Goodwill. I clicked the link. Feels like 30 seconds ago. Still rolling. It comes in waves. Like it's. I mean, obviously, like their servers are probably donated. I guess, I don't know. Here, this is cool. This bidding ends in 10 hours and 30 minutes, but this is a backwards compatible PS3, but they don't say it. They don't know it. They just say PS3 system with controller. But this is a 60 gig PS3, and all the 60 gigs are backwards compatible. In terms of selection, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for retro gaming stuff, Goodwill is pretty good. They have a lot of selection, but people know the prices of stuff, so you're going to pay probably close to eBay prices for a lot of the stuff. And you have to factor in shipping. A lot of eBay has free shipping. So, and then it's also like based on proximity. So if you're on the West Coast, a lot of these places like Oakland, Texas, Olympic and Rainier region, which is Washington area, I guess, you know, Santa Barbara. So a lot of these are West Coast or Midwest places. So shipping will be a lot cheaper. I live all the way on the other side of the U.S. None of the places around here, around where I live, do this, which they should. In terms of selection, I would say this place is pretty good. Shop Goodwill. I mean, I don't know what people are looking for, but, you know, retro gaming. Let's see, Nintendo. Gosh, how many Nintendo items do they have? You're not going to get, like, a secret good deal, though. You know what I mean? You might get some for parts or repair stuff that people don't want to mess with, but it might actually just work. Like, I bought a PS2 from Goodwill at the actual store a couple weeks ago for $5 because it was just a PS2. It didn't have any cords. They weren't able to test it. I got it for $5. Brought it home. Worked perfectly. Had a game in it and everything. Stuff like that you might be able to get away with, but like this right here, this is going to go for a lot. This is crazy, right? This is a really good collection. This is someone's entire Nintendo collection. I've been yabbering and jabbering and stuff, but I just want to show you that. If I do find any cool stuff on here or want to share any more tips or ideas, I will, I'll fire them out there and see if you guys enjoy them. But if you have any cool tips or advice for searching for stuff or better websites than this or these, you know, I mean, let me know. Obviously, I'm in America, so if you're in Europe or somewhere else and they have websites similar to this that you can use. I know Canada has their version of Craigslist. I'm sure Europe has their own versions of stuff like that. Feel free to share them. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.